Good afternoon, everybody. It's March 29th, 2025. It's over 70 degrees in New York today. This is amazing. So today, my LeSabre, which is right here, every now and then I would get a lopey idle, like a whoop, 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 like a crazy idle. Not smooth idle. And this winter, I noticed my air intake charge temperature that I read off my OBD2 scanner. It just didn't make any sense, the temperature that I was getting. So this kind of led me to believe that maybe my air intake sensor might be bad and sending wrong information back to the ECM. Now, the air intake sensor, I'm going to show you. It's very easy to replace. But all it is a thermistor that changes temperature. Changes its resistance reading depending on the temperature. You could have a positive temperature coefficient thermistor or a negative temperature coefficient thermistor. So it can get lower in resistance as the temperature goes up, or it could get higher in resistance as the temperature goes up, depending on what it is. Now, I'm not sure what kind this car has, but all right, we're going to change it, and I'll leave in the comments if it made any difference or not. I'll put a message in the comments, because it hasn't had that rough idle all winter. Then all of a sudden we had a warm day, and boom, one day it had a little lopey idle, like not a smooth idle. So here we go. So your air intake charge temperature, the air temperature sensor is right here. You just wiggle it out. You disconnect this connector, you wiggle this out, and you kind of push in the new one. There's a little tab there. You bend back to pull the harness off, pull the connector out. You could wet the new one a little bit so it goes in easier. Okay, I balanced my phone on the, I don't know, it's just balanced on the strut tower. It'll probably fall down. So here we go. Okay, there, that's out. Yeah. This has been in here a while. There he goes. Alright, there's the old one. Probably an original. We still rolling? Yeah, okay. Alright, I just wet the new sensor with my DNA here. You don't want to damage the tip. All that's in here is a little tiny thermistor. It's like probably 5 cents or less. There we go. And then you put your connector back in. Oh, sorry. Alright, so I'm just plugging back in the connector here. I put the phone down here just to make sure that I'm plugging it in straight. 1 second. And you're done. Just make sure that tab clicks. I'm going to go inside. Now, this one measured around 2.6 kilo ohms cold, or 2600 ohms cold. Probably a little less because I was just stangling the leads inside there, not really holding them on too tight. So I'm going to bring in the old one and see what this little puppy measures cold. Of course, the cold measurement, is not really the dynamic measurement of when this thing is actually changing resistance with temperature, but at least it gives you a sign that if the cold measurement is off, then you know that the measurement when the engine is warmed up or the intake air is warm it's going to be off too. So let's start and see what happens. Okay, once again, I have my phone balancing. Hopefully it won't fall when I start it. So here goes. So as you can see, it's idling fine now, but the lopey idle, the symptoms that I was getting only happened if, you know, once the engine was warmed up and you're like maybe at a stop sign or a light, you get this rough idle. So I don't really expect it to happen now, but I'm just making sure that it started okay and is running smooth while it's still pretty cool. Okay, I'm just going to go inside and we'll measure the old one to see if it's around 2600 ohms. Beautiful, beautiful motor. Here comes the hood. Bye. Alright, we're back in the house and I'm attempting to just get some kind of cold measurement on this device. So I'll just take a photo and add it to the video. So that's it. That's really how you change your air intake charge temperature sensor. I bought this NTK one because it had a brass housing in the photo, and then when I got it in the mail, it was just a regular plastic housing. But that's okay. Okay, see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. Alright, so the old one's reading about 2.3 kilo ohms. A little bit less than the new one, but this one's been under the hood in the sun, so... But it should have returned to room temperature by now. So I don't know if this was the problem or not. You know, these static measurements really don't tell you much. It's does this thing change, you know, a certain amount of ohms per each degree of Celsius or Fahrenheit that the air intake temperature is changing. So, but it's cheap enough to change. It's, you know, this was like $16. And you saw how easy it was to change. You know, these cars are getting old. If you guys have 3800s, if you gentlemen and ladies have 3800s, understand that everything in these cars is over 20 years old. And these sensors are not going to last forever. Nor are the relays. So I did replace one relay, or I think I just swapped it with another one, with a non-essential one, because they're not going to last forever. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend.